This is the Graybox for my Doom level that I'm making, and it's revolves around just being able to adapt to the different enemies and different weapons that you would have, and that's why all the rooms are fairly similar. They're roughly around the same size. They have different um, design aspects to them. Some of them have pillars, some of them are open, other ones have like walkways and stuff. But gotta vary. I'm varying up the rooms, and you start in this room right here, where as you spawn, it'll give you one of three loadouts, so you won't know which one you'll get. So you kind of have to play around which one you get. Then as you enter this box collider into this room, it'll activate a lockdown, which locks the doors. So you have to leave. You can't leave until you finish this mini boss event, which is anywhere between 1 and 12 enemies that are going to be separate throughout the different rooms. So if you finish it, you can then move on to other rooms. I have 2 rooms finished right now where it's pretty much almost the exact same as the first room, where you enter a box collider, starts the mini boss event, and switches your player loadout as you walk in. So you have to figure out what weapon you have again. And there's different. This one is, I believe, Hell Knights, which are a fairly strong enemy in the game, as well as a bunch of soldiers and other areas. So because the doors are locked and everything's kind of the same, it's kind of almost like a maze as well. That's why there's multiple rooms and many of them are dead ends. So the player has to try and find their way to the correct route, which is taking the middle room through here, where they will face the toughest mini boss event in this room, which will involve Hell Barons, which are one of they're the strongest enemy in the game, not including actual bosses that you can't spawn. So, and the player just has to try and figure out what the best survival way of survival is by figuring out what weapons they have at their disposal against what enemies they have, where they can go. I'm debating on even putting. I'm thinking maybe I don't put even health drops and stuff like that in, because there's going to be like a leaderboard, and I'm going to set a par time. So if you finish the level before the par time, you get bonus points, and you get points for killing the different enemies and stuff. So since the encounters might be fairly similar for every playthrough for different people, it's all going to come down to how fast you can actually do it, and if you pick the correct route, or if you end up taking the long route and end up going to all these different dead ends. And once you finish this boss fight, and you can go back through the portal and hit the panel and end the game and see what your score is compared to other people. And it's not fully fledged out right now because it still is a gray box, because I haven't finished the other rooms yet, but they're all going to be fairly similar with different enemies and different props around that people can use as cover and other items. There's no ammo or anything, since your weapons are changing each room, and no weapon drops as well, because again your weapons are changing, so it wouldn't really help. So that's uh that's the gist of it so far.